Get ready, because we're about to challenge one of the very first rules you ever learned. It turns out, hidden inside that simple equation is the math that governs creativity, strategy, and maybe even life itself. No, seriously, think about it for a second. It's probably the first bit of math any of us ever learn. The answer is, well, it's obvious, right? Of course. 1 plus 1 equals 2. It's the bedrock of logic. It's simple, it's undeniable, predictable, reliable, and ultimately, it's a little bit static. But what if I told you that in the real world, the world we actually live in, the answer is almost never 2? What if the most creative, the most impactful answers are actually 1 or 0, or maybe even infinity? Okay, so how on earth can that be? Well, the key, the big secret, is realizing we're not just adding abstract numbers. In the real world, we're adding tangible things. We're adding ideas, forces, people, resources, and that, well, that changes absolutely everything. See, just sticking to 1 plus 1 equals 2 is a form of rigid, static thinking. It's fantastic for doing your taxes, but it can really stifle innovation. To actually understand the world, we need to adopt a more dynamic mindset, one where the outcome isn't always so predictable. All right, so let's explore our first surprising answer. How in the world can 1 plus 1 equal times 1? Well, the answer is all about the power of integration. Just picture this. You've got one drop of water, and you add another drop. In the real world, they don't just sit there side by side as 2 drops. No way. They instantly merge, they become one single larger drop. They become one. And that is the principle of integration. It's when 2 things combine so completely that they actually form a new, unified whole. Their separate identities are fused into something totally new. And once you start looking for it, you see this principle everywhere. When 2 different ideas click together to become one brilliant new concept, that's 1 plus 1 equals 1. When 2 companies merge, they become a single new corporation. Even in physics, nuclear fusion is literally 2 nuclei becoming one to release all that energy. It's the very essence of true teamwork. Okay, so if adding 2 things can get you 1, what about 0? It sounds impossible, but believe me, it happens all the time. This is what we call the logic of cancellation. Imagine one person pushing a cart with a certain amount of force. Now let's add another person pushing with the exact same force, but in the complete opposite direction. What happens? Absolutely nothing. The forces just cancel each other out. The sum of all their effort is 0. Here's another great way to picture it. If you combine hot and cold, let's say positive 10 degrees and negative 10 degrees, they don't add up to 20, they neutralize each other. The result is balance. It's 0. And, understanding this is absolutely crucial for things like strategy and finding equilibrium in any system. All right, now for the one that gets everyone really excited. This is where true creation, true growth happens. It's the magic of synergy, where the whole becomes so much greater than the sum of its parts. I mean, just take the most fundamental example there is. One person plus another person doesn't just equal 2 people. No, they can form a family, a brand new unit that can then grow to 3 or 4 or even more. That combination creates something entirely new and expansive. This principle, right here, is the engine of all growth. A cow and a meadow don't just equal 2 things. Together, they can create a whole herd. In business, capital plus industry doesn't just add up, it multiplies wealth. The right combination is generative. It creates more. Okay, now let's push this even further. Let's move beyond the practical and into the philosophical. These next couple of equations are less about the numbers and more about a powerful new mindset for achieving really extraordinary things. What could this possibly mean? 10 minus 9 is 1, right? Not everything. But that's thinking with that old static logic. The real meaning here is so much deeper. You see, this is an equation for mastery. Think of the 10 as all of your potential, all your energy and attention. Now, the 9 represents all the distractions, the trivial tasks, the scattered thoughts that pull you in different directions. When you subtract those 9 distractions and pour all 10 units of your energy into that one single most important thing, you don't just get one result back. You get a breakthrough. You achieve mastery. You get everything that truly matters in that field. And for our final equation, and this one might be the most profound of all, 1 plus 0 equals everything. This one is all about purpose and legacy. So here, the 1 is you, the individual. The 0 represents a void, a selfless cause, a purpose that's so much bigger than your own ego. When you pour yourself completely into that greater purpose, you actually transcend your own individual limitations. Your impact becomes timeless, connecting you to something infinite. So, as you can see, the answer to what is 1 plus 1 isn't really a number. It's a choice. Are you facing a problem that requires simple logic, or does it need collaboration and integration? Do you need to find balance, or are you trying to create explosive, exponential growth? The equation you choose to use defines the mindset you bring to the challenge. So the next time you face a 1 plus 1 challenge, at work or in life, don't just default to 2. Stop and ask yourself, what am I really trying to create here? Am I merging things together? Am I trying to find balance? Or am I trying to multiply? Because the answer you choose, that could change everything.